Hey there, fellow gamers. Onerous here with another episode of Let's Learn Dyson Sphere program, and man, I can't believe 41 episodes. This is episode 41. Time is absolutely flying, and I'm still loving this game. Still absolutely loving this game. Fantastic. Look, I mean, it's got some quirks, and it's just getting used to them, and you start to get into the flow. Last episode, we got our science up and running. Look at these colours. We need to get something that we can use this research for. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. But what actually needs purple science? Where can we use up all our purple science? What about vertical launching site? Let's activate. Let's just. I'm look at how quickly that is just powering through. We probably should focus on actually things that we want to use. I've been holding off on this one because it's the high numbers, but now I think we can do it, and that's got green science. So this is our gas giants, which will give us access to better deuterium, and we've got some other things that we're probably going to need. This goes into the higher level smelting, which at some point is probably going to be good. Casimir crystals, I have heard good things about them, and I guess they're all things that, I mean, we're just going to queue them up, and we'll need them at some point. Satellite power distribution, that's the substations. Yeah, look, why not? We've got to use up our research, and this gets us to green science, which eventually we want to use. But my plan for this episode is to investigate the greater system. Now, we have nearby a planetary system, Alnilam, a K-type star, which has optical grating crystals and fire ice, which I think is a couple of things that we haven't seen before. In fact, both of these have the same. What do we got? Luminosity 0.8, 0.8 less. So this one will have slightly better solar, but it's still going to be worse solar than our current star. And the mass, I don't think that matters too much. Maybe that might tell me how many planets. Just add a guess. If it has less mass, less that's the mass of the star. Probably. So it's a slightly smaller star. Interesting. M-type, K-type. This one, importantly, is 2 light years away, reaching in 40 seconds. Could we just actually travel that distance in 40 seconds? Possibly. But what I want to do to get there is I want to use some of these space warpers. Now, as you can see, we've got 2 recipes. We don't have the green science matrix recipe unlocked, so we are relying on the graviton lens. Now, graviton lens is diamonds, which are energetic graphite, and deuterium fuel rods. Now, we haven't done deuterium fuel rods yet, so that is something that we need to look into now. It requires our titanium alloy, which again we haven't got any production of titanium alloy yet, and it requires deuterium, which we do have. We have got deuterium fractionating around the place, and then strange matter. Let's focus. And then the last one is these thrusters, which are interestingly actually require raw iron, which surprises me. Okay, we've unlocked the orbital collector to collect resources from gas giant. Consume the collected fuel material to maintain the energy needed to work. Okay, well. That's pretty cool. What is required to make that? It's so it uses a interstellar logistics station, and then just the thrusters and 20. What is that building? 20 something or others. That is accumulators. Aha! All right. Which I guess makes sense. You need initial power for the orbital station to start working, and then it can. Once it started working, then it's drawing the energy from what it is mining. Anyway, back to where we are. diamonds, and yes, so we need to make deuteron fuel rods. We need to start with some smelting of our friendly titanium alloy. We have what's this? This is steel. We have steel here. We don't actually have any titanium smelting in this area because all of our titanium smelting is done elsewhere, which is interesting. Just looking at some ratios here. It uses 1 titanium every 3 seconds, 1 steel every 3 seconds, and 2 of our sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid, Casimir crystals. A lot of research. It's just flying. I guess we're gonna build these things as we need them. We're starting to run out of space. We are starting to run out of space. So, you know what that means? We're just gonna go with one of these other areas. So we did already work on this. We can go up a bit higher. Yes, we can. All right. No, I did not want to click. I did not want to click that. I wanted to grab a new one. And we're in a new zone. Okay. Get you up and running. So if I want to create titanium, I need titanium alloy. I need 3 ingredients, which is just a little bit annoying. Fortunately, we're actually right next to. We are right next to. Oops, that was the wrong one, but we'll keep it anyway. We are right next to our sulfur. Refined fuel. No, this must be the sulfur here. Yeah. Okay. Yep, titanium glass. We're unlocking heaps of things. I just wanted to see how quickly we'd research, and the answer is very quickly. Okay, let's bring you out kind of around the back here. And something like this seems okay. And then out here. Don't go in there. No, don't go in there, please. Actually, let's bring you back a couple. And yeah, just right there. And I don't want to do that. I want to do that. Okay. Now we're making this in a smelter, I believe. Titanium in a smelter. Yes. Yes, it is. No, we want that. Come out with the titanium, which of course. Oh, interesting. There we go. And then, yep, come down, straight down. All right. So there is our titanium. We'll pop down a smelter. We got a bunch of smelters. Put a smelter here. You are making titanium alloy. Thank you. And we just need steel running in here. Steel, please. Thank you. And then coming up here, we'll have the output. Yeah, nice. All right. Let's have a look at some numbers. It is 1 every 3 seconds and 2 every 3 seconds. So yeah, we're just using regular sorters, regular old sorters. All right, there and there, and then there and there. Now, how many of these do we need? Probably 12, I would hazard a guess. Let's just lay some of this down, and then we can figure it out. So this makes 1 every 3 seconds, so we would need 36 to make a full belt. Okay, that is a lot. That is a lot. We're just getting a lot of research too, by the way. I can't remember. Can we get? I don't think we can. I think we need to space these out. All right. That is 9, 12. That's 15. Yeah. I can remember. Remember, it just makes to 15. It makes to 15. All right. Get some of these belts going. Nope, that's the wrong direction. All right. I mean, honestly, if I'm being honest, this is probably enough for the point of the game that we're at, because we're just doing this to make some deuterium fuel rods for our space warpers, and our production of that is not going to be. We're not going to be making a full belt. I can tell you that now. Tab that across. What's going on here? What's going on here? If I get rid of you, you're going to be happy now? You're going to be happy now? Yep. Beautiful. All right. So what's wrong with this equation? Is that we actually haven't got what we need coming out of here, which is titanium, and that is steel. Yeah, there's some slight problems with that. Demand, and we are supplying titanium alloy. All right, having some power running. I thought I'd put that one down. Obviously not. You know what? I could probably get away with something there that does that as well, and fill you up with, you know, just a few of them. Okay. And now we are in operation. Yeah, it's slow. It's very slow, isn't it? 15 of these is making basically 4 a second. Third of a belt? Nah, it'll do. Alright, what else do we need? We need deuterium, which we have. And the last piece is... we need those thrusters, which need regular thrusters. Okay, we do have some production of those things, I think, with our bottom section. More advanced smelter, yeah, twice as fast, but you need more unipolar magnets. All right, well that's something. That's something, ain't it? Now, who had the magnets? You did not have the magnets. You did not have the magnets. I thought we had magnets being made somewhere here. Maybe I was mistaken. We must have magnets for blue science, mustn't we? Mustn't we? How is our burning of hydrogen going? It's going. They're all operating at 75%. That's actually somewhat decent. All right. So over here, yeah. Okay, we got normal magnets being produced, but they're going straight into the production of advanced magnets. So we don't actually have regular magnets, which we will need. We need the regular magnets for the supermagnetic ring, which I find really weird. Seems like a backward step, but here we are. Okay. So to make these guys, we need iron and we need magnetic coils. Now we can ship in magnetic coils. We can ship in magnetic coils and iron, and then these guys also need magnetic coils, but you just need magnets. Man, I find that annoying, and graphite. But that's okay. That's okay. Again, we don't need big. We don't need big. Let's not think big. Let's think small. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll go back over where we were with our somewhere over here with our titanium build. Here it is. Slow down. All right. Here is our titanium alloy. So to get these, we first need to bring in some magnets. And do I have a production of the cogs? Did I do that? Does not look like I did. So we will need to make some gears. I feel like that's something on this kind of production plant that we would want long term, but for now we'll just cheese it. And you know what? I just as soon as I did that, I saw that I shift clicked that. it's just so natural to me. There you go. You go there. Okay, so if we want to make if we want to make these, we want to bring in magnetic rings, and we want to bring in iron, and that will get us through to that and that. We'll make both of these, and then we can probably feed that into another one. We will need another one. We will definitely need another one. And again, I shift clicked. What if I select that and then select this one? Did that remember the recipe? It did not. Excellent. Okay. So this one I need to bring in, of all things, iron ore and energetic graphite. And then that is making available electromagnetic turbines. Yeah, actually, let's not have a huge amount of them just sitting around. Okay, so over here we can actually hang on. This one's not supplying electromagnetic turbines. Get out of that. This one is supplying supermagnetic rings. Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. So we need to demand some of these, and then we need to set up some production. All right. So first of all, we need to make some gear wheels. So they're iron to make gear wheels. Ah, haha. Okay. Let's begin. Let's begin with an assembler. Where are they? Production buildings. There we go. An assembler on this line over here. And then we'll have a belt of iron coming in, and production of gear wheels. And I realize this is going to be grossly inefficient for the number of assemblers, but I like the idea of this one. We can have you making these guys, which is making 1 a second, and then you are making these guys, which is using 1 every 2 seconds. Haha, aha. I feel like I've done this before. But what we'll do is we'll do this and this one here. I think it's this alignment. Do it like this. So these guys are making electric motors. And you are going to be making gears, and you are going to be feeding gears to both of these. 1 to there and 1 to there. And you will be taking iron in like that. Hang on, this is... Oh, we didn't even need... We don't even... Ooh, okay. This is actually pretty good. This is really nice, because we don't need it to be so far away. So 1, 2... And that's the middle. 1, 2 there, and then there. We change you over to electric motors. Yeah, electric motors, and then quantum chips. Man, that sounds fancy. I can't believe how quickly our research is going. It's just crazy. All right, so again, we do this arrangement. You come in there, and then that's iron into there, and then over here we have our magnets doing that. You keep going. All right, I will actually use this thing here. So this is bringing magnets in. This has to bring iron in. And then we'll have a power pole to power 2 lots of this. Yeah, that will power 2 lots of this. So let's continue that on. If I copy that, well, let's see if this works, and then paste that there. Is that too close? I think it was. Paste it there. Is that as close as that could have been? No, it is not. All right, we stuffed it up, and there, man. Boy, what I wouldn't give for a... oh yeah, okay, satellite stations. What I wouldn't give for an undo button. There we go. That much. Paste that one there. There we go. Okay. But we don't need that power pole because this can all get powered from this power pole. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. We also need an output, and then we need to do some sorters coming in and out. In and out. Actually, that one can just be pasted like that. No, it cannot. But it didn't stuff it up. Okay. Whew. Let's hook this up. Actually, first let's do a quick check on numbers. So one of these is producing, or one group of these, 4 of these, I guess, is producing 1 every 2 seconds. Let's ramp this up. 1 every 2 seconds. Sorry, 2 a second, 4 a second, 6 a second, 8 a second. I know that seems all right. Provided this actually works, of course, I really should hook this up first and make sure it works. Hey, and there we go. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. And you, my friend, are not supplying. Why are you not supplying? What is wrong with this guy? What is wrong with that connector? Let's get this point here. Let's get you going from there to there. Yep, okay. Apparently it just freaked out a little bit. You've got the same issue. Oh, no, you're actually working. No, it's not the connector's problem. It's just that it is only just meeting the requirements. As you can see, it just gets one, and then immediately it has enough. Yeah, we're on the limit. We are on the limit. How does the iron supply actually go on this? Yeah, that's actually, I didn't even check that. This whole section at the back here is actually doing nothing. Let's rip this out. Yeah, because our iron is a full belt because we're using it for all these things. Yeah. Okay. And we're probably, if I actually looked at it, if I actually looked at the ratios here, it's 2 pieces of iron plus so it's 3 pieces of iron every 2 seconds. Anyway, it's 3 pieces of iron to 1 electric motor, meaning that a full belt of iron can only do 1/3 of a belt, which is what, 4, which would be that amount. So those ones there are all that are really actually going to work here. In which case, we can actually preemptively pull out all of this, and that was only working because these ones are backed up. Yeah. All right. That's cool. Now, what do we need to make these guys? We just need more of those. Aha, hang on. This requires 1 a second. This produces 1 every 2 seconds. What if? Oh, I've had a crazy idea. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of all of these. Why can't I do this? There we go. Green matrix technology. All right. Okay, so what I want to do now is I just want to put one of these here. We will get rid of. We'll get rid of these. Of course you will. Come on. There we go. And then, because these are producing 1 every 2 seconds, and this uses 1 a second, it should just work out, shouldn't it? And that. All right. Let's check this out. We are going to have to remove Okay, we are going to have to put you back in there and you in there. Yep. Okay, that's got it. That's got it. Let's get rid of all of these existing sorters. Get rid of these existing sorters. Copy that recipe. No, we just copy this recipe to there. And there. And there. Oh, I like it. This is a funky build. It's a funky build. I like it. And then we just need to copy this recipe to there, there, and there. And this recipe to there, there, and there. Now we should have all your inserters hooked up correctly. And yeah, that's it. That's it. We now have these turbines. And I'm not going to feed them directly into the supermagnetic rings. I'm so tempted. But for now, let's just have them. Let's just have them out. We're crossing one of these funky lines, so you know that's reason enough not to do it. That's reason enough not to do it. Is this actually working? It is. Man, I love it. I love it. We could probably get away with without having to do the fancy sorters for this one. So our production of it's very slow. I mean, it is very slow. We have 4 of these. It's making 2 a second. It's making 2 a second, but boy, does it look good. Boy, does it look good. Look at that. All that direct insertion. It's a wonderful thing. So here we need, to make our supermagnetic rings, we need the energetic graphite, we need that, and we need our magnets, just regular old magnets. We need 1 a second. This produces 1 every 1.5 seconds. That is actually a little annoying that the ratio is now lost. So how can we work this? Well, if I were to put the electromagnetic turbines coming in with the graphite on one side, so this should be demanding graphite. It is. We actually have none available. No energetic graphite available. Is that right? Is that right? Or are we just out of power for it? Looks like we have no energetic graphite available. Probably because our science has just maxed it out. Where was that? Where was that? It was over here. And yeah, as soon as it comes in, it's getting used, isn't it? Our science is a big user of graphite. Well, it's interesting that you are getting none. Very interesting. I honestly don't know why. Can I get rid of some of the junk from here? Thank you. That was mostly sulfuric acid, which is taking up a lot of space. Okay. So no energetic graphite coming. Well, we'll make do, won't we? We will have to make do. You are going to be energetic graphite coming down on this line. You are going to be turbines coming down on that line. And then here we'll have somewhere about there. Looks all right. You don't need all of those, but that's pretty good. So you are going to be making electromagnetic rings, but you need to have an output here, and then you need to have an input here of magnets, which will come from the smelting that we do right here, smelting right here from our iron. Okay. All right, that is how we are going to roll this. So your recipe is just magnets. Easy. We'll get you some power. We'll get you some power too, even though that's pretty close. We'll live with it. And this was 1.5 seconds. So each one of these is making one every 2. So we have two a second of electromagnets, which is enough to make 3 of these. 3 of these would use 2 a second. So one of these a second requires 3 magnets a second. Each one of these is producing 1 every 1.5. So 2 of these is producing 3 a second. So 6 of these will produce. Sorry, 2 of these is producing 2 every 1.5 seconds. So, man, I hate these numbers. 1.5 seconds. 3 of these is producing 3 in 1.5 seconds, which is 2 a second. Yes, so 3 is producing 2 a second, and we need 3 a second. So that would be what? 4.5. So let's put 6. Let's put 6 because it's in our group of 3s. There we go. And that will be ample. You are actually the output. There we go. We'll get this power pole over here and here, and then copy that like so. All right. So there is our rings, and this is our energetic graphite line that is non-existent. But oh gosh, did I put that the wrong way? What's going on here? No, this is our output. That's what's going on. This is our output. This is our energetic graphite line. Yeah, all right. Let's get you coming in here and coming out there. And what did I say? We've got enough for 3 of these. Just 3 of these. All right. And 1, 2, 3. Bang. And a power pole apparently there. They are very, very close. They are very, very close indeed. Well, I mean, that is what we need. That is what we need. And we're at 32 minutes, I've got to say too. But that would give us everything required to make magnetic rings, which we might as well just quickly set up here. And I said magnetic rings, but I did, of course, mean deuterium fuel rods. Because all we need for that is the deuterium, which we've got, and then the other couple of things which we also have. So you are going to request some deuterium. We will have a number of, 5 is probably okay for you. You are definitely not going to make that many. Let's be reasonable. Let's be reasonable and make that 500. That's still a ton, and that is still a ton. Okay, we could. So we've got a few options. We can ship. Let's not ship. Let's just do some belts out the back here. This is going to be titanium coming up to there, and then we'll do a little shuffle there. All right. So there is our titanium coming in here. We'll have our thruster things coming in here. Thruster things? You know what I'm talking about. Supermagnetic rings, yep. Supermagnetic rings, which eventually we'll make. We've got thrusters, and then it's just the hydrogen fuel cells. The hydrogen fuel cells. And then we can pop one of these here on this line, seems to be where we're starting. And you are making our deuterium fuel rods. Yes, you are. It's going to take you a while. You need a lot of deuterium, and you just kind of don't need a lot of everything else, but a lot of deuterium. Deuterium is there. Deuterium is a go. Alright, let's do that. Get rid of the deuterium we just picked up, and let's get you coming in there, and then an output that goes into there. All right. I know we're running over time, but here we are. You can have one fast there, and then the rest can just be slow, an output, an input, and an input. I do want to kind of copy you and then just go to I don't know, we'll get 4 of these going. How does that sound? 4. How many thrusters are they using? 1 every 12 seconds. Okay. And we are producing 2 a second, I think it was. I think it's 2 a second. Which means we can support 24 of these based on that. Of course, each one of these uses how much deuterium? It uses more than 1 a second, so you can only have a max of 12 of these on a bus. Let's put 8. I think that sounds, to me, that sounds reasonable. It sounds reasonable, and it just needs some power. All right, there, and there. And now the only issue we have is this lack of energetic graphene, and we can fix that. We can fix that by doing something like this, and copy and paste. How does that sound? No, need foundation support. Well, I was hoping to sneak it in, but we did not quite. Paste that there, and we'll figure out the inputs. I'll just do that off camera. We'll get this up and running because we do have plenty of coal. We're not dropping that down further than our supply coming in, which is nice. But our graphite is severely lacking. So I'll fix up these lines. We've got enough to bring out the back here and rearrange them, but I'll do that off camera because we are massively out of time. All right, but that is, we now have deuteron fuel rods, deuteron fuel rods in production once we get this graphite going. So at the start of next episode, we will be there and they will be producing, and we can make space warpers, and we can go and explore the greater universe at possibly at warp speed. That is what the name suggests, and who am I to say otherwise? So, as always, thank you to my amazing patrons, and I'll catch you next time.